What's up, YouTube? For tonight, we have a full punching moves team. Did you hear my punch then? Anyways, leave those theme team suggestions in the comment section below. You may be picked for a Mystery Monday, or you could be picked if you win a comment in the comment section. Okay, so with this one, I used all the punching moves on a single team, incorporated across all of the Pokemon. So I'll leave a link in the description to all the punching moves there, so you know which ones are what. Now, the problem with this team was all the punching moves were physicals, which made stuff really, really hard. I got countered all over the place, and a lot of the types were fighting too, which made things terribly difficult. But that was a challenge, and I really enjoyed it. Let's get to this one. This is Battle on my chat. If you want to battle me, you can check that out in the description. Okay, so we have a Crabominal lead here. I've got a Zoom Lens Dynamic Punch set. Now, what Zoom Lens does, it's a hold item, and it actually boosts your accuracy by 20%. However, you have to go second. So that's how it differs to Wide Lens, which will give you a 10% boost always, no matter if you go first or second. Okay, so I'm going to live that second skull really badly there. I actually get 2 dynamic punches off. It was amazing how much I actually got a boost from it. So yeah, I know dynamic punch is really, really bad, but the actual boost itself brought it up to 60% accuracy. Not that that's any good, but I mean, it's around hypnosis range. Anyways, so bringing in Hitmonchan here. To finish off with the Mach Punch. Now, Crabominal had Dynamic Punch, Dizzy Punch, Power Up Punch, and Ice Hammer. Okay, so Hitmonchan has got Mach Punch, Mind Reader, Dynamic Punch, and Mega Punch there. So, bringing in the Clefairy here. This was a Everlight set with just 4 attacking moves. This is a physical Clefairy. So, I take that Hydro Pump really terribly there. It hits very hard in the rain there. Going for the Thunder Punch there, hoping I can get a Paralysis, which I don't. Now, I also got on this Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Meteor Mash, and Drain Punch. Yes, it gets Meteor Mash. That was the way for me to try and boost up my moves. Okay, so we have the Aggron coming in here. So I break the possible Sturdy there, and that's going to come in and use Heavy Slam on me and Splat. That's my Clefairy down definitely. I think that would have one-shot it. Okay, so I need to get into this battle, bring in Hitmonchan. So I'm confident I could probably take whatever thing this throws at me, unless it's a critical hit. So going for the Mind Reader here. So with Mind Reader, if you're new to Pokemon, this will enable you to 100% hit the next hit. Okay, so Aggron's going to set up the Sandstorm there. So we have multi-weather on this team, which is interesting. Now, so here I can go for the Dynamic Punch. I know that it's going to hit 100% accuracy, and that's just going to get absolutely Shrek there, and that is Aggron down. Now, the item I had on this was the Figgy Berry, just to boost my health up there. Mainly so I can tank a hit when I do the Mind Reader and then attack afterwards. Okay, so going for the Mind Reader again on the Rhydon here. Rhydon's going to go for the Rock Polish. It's a physical set. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to able to live the next hit, so I knew that I could outspeed. Should I go for Mach Punch and not waste the Mind Reader? Decided to not go for the Mach Punch and just go for Dynamic Punch. However, it's going to be too much for my Hitmonchan to live, and that's going to go down there. Bring in the Pancham here. Now, I've got Sky Uppercut on this. I've got Focus Punch. I've got Fire Punch, and I think I'm trying to think what the other move was. It will come to me in a second. Anyway, so going for the Sky Uppercut there. That does a critical hit, which does a crap load of damage. I'm really thankful for that critical hit. Now, I'm going to get Earthquake here, and that's going to take me out, obviously, there. Now, I had Everlight on this, and this was max health and max attack, Adamant Nature, and we all know that crit mattered. Okay, so Pancham is down. That Dizzy Punch. Okay, so bring in Metagross now. Now, Metagross, obviously, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch. Now, however, I gave it Gravity, so Gravity can make the Meteor Mash hit constantly without a fail. And I also gave it Hammer Arm too, so it could miss. So both those moves could miss. It's quite funny because a lot of its moves were quite standard, just to do with the punching thing there. However, I gave it Gravity to make things a little bit interesting. Okay, so I gave this I gave this one Max Attack and Max Special Defense. So it was kind of a bulky tank all over, but a very physical one. Now, I gave this... Oh, that's right. I gave this Focus Band just for a little bit of a laugh. I wanted to put a really, really trolly item on and watch what happens. This was very, very funny. Okay, so the Focus Blast misses again. I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch and finish off the Polarife. So that was really lucky there with that one missing. So my Metagross stays alive here. So The last, that's not the last Pokemon. The second last Pokemon is the Rapidash. I was like, okay, well, I'm probably not going to live with Flare Blitz. However, it's going to go for the Flame Charge here. And guess what, guys? Focus Band kicks right in just when I needed it to. So, the Rapidash is going to get a speed boost here. I'm going to go for the Hammer Arm. I knew this one wouldn't kill, but do some really nice damage, which it does. Okay, so Rapidash is going to go for the Flame Charge here. Yet again on the Metagross. And guess what happens? Focus Band kicks in twice in a row. Woo! Such a scummy item. Okay, so the Rapidash gets another speed boost there. I'm going to go for the Hammer Arm and finish it off. So if it wasn't already salty enough there, that's... man, I would have been salty there. Focus Band activating twice in a row, especially on a Metagross. Okay, so we have the Pidgeot coming in here. Now, obviously, I'm going to get out sped here to the hills. Bullet Punch is not going to be able to kill. And Smeargle really cannot do too much this. So I was hoping I could swap in and get a Spore off, then finish it off with the Metagross. However, I couldn't. I will explain this Smeargle set in the second one. It's quite involved. Anyway, the Pidgeot is going to take me out with the second Hurricane here. It's going to be able to outspeed my Metagross next turn. And I was thinking, oh, well, this game is over. Okay, so my last health here. So here, I went for the Meteor Mash. Pidgeot's going to go for the Hyper Beam this time. Not playing any games after that Focus Band activating. I get the third Focus Band activation in a row. Man, damn, that's so lucky. Going for the Meteor Mash here, and doesn't quite take out the Pidgeot. However, I thought I'd be a little bit of a cheeky person and go for Gravity here. We've got to make sure that Bullet Punch hits next turn, winky face. And since the Pidgeot is on recharge, you won't be able to attack me. I'm going to finish it off with the Bullet Punch, and that is game. So the Metagross got 3 Focus Band activations in a row. You won't see that one ever again. Man, damn, I would have been salty for that one. That was crazy. Okay, so going to the second battle this turn. Same team as usual here. I do get to show my Smeargle off a little bit more in this battle. Quite a bit more. Okay, so we have the Ambipom lead here. Interestingly, it's going to actually swap out, expecting maybe a fake out there. And the Swellow is going to come in. So I just went for Dynamic Punch right off the bat there, hoping it would hit. And Swellow is going to get absolutely demolished by that. I was very, very close to going for the Mind Reader there. Glad I didn't, because I would have got Brave Bird in the face. Okay, so Ambipom's going to come back in and go for the fake out. Never saw that one coming. That does about half my health there, and it's obviously going to flinch me. So I still have the Figgy Berry. Now it's going to go for Fling, and it's going to fling its King's Rock at me. So I'm going to get double flinch there in a row. Not that it does too much damage, but it's still just stopping me from attacking. Okay, so I thought it might use something like Return or like a normal type move. So we'll swap into Metagross here to tank it. However, it's going to go for the Thief here, which is going to do a crap load of damage to me, taking my Focus Band there. So I was like, oh, crap. Okay, anyways, it's going to fling my Focus Band back at me. And for some super effective damage. Not that it doesn't do too much. I'm going to go for the Hammer Arm here. And that's going to absolutely demolish the Ambipom there. And very interesting start to the battle. So the Focus Band kind of went back and forth there. It got stolen, then it got flung back. Okay, so we have the Absol coming in here. And so I thought, well, obviously the Sucker Punch or Night Slash is coming away. Thought about it. I thought, let's go for Gravity here, because Sucker Punch is definitely a possibility there. So, Metagross gets off the Gravity. All my Meteor Mashes and Hammer Arms are going to be hitting at 100% accuracy now. Decided to go for the Hammer Arm, but Sucker Punch is going to be a little bit too much for Metagross to take there. Okay, so I thought I could bring in Hitmonchan here, just go for the Mach Punch and finish it off. But I thought, nah, let's try out the Clefairy here. Okay, so Absol is going to actually swap out here. Now, I think I went for the Meteor Mash here to try and boost my attack. Okay, so we have another Aggron here. So, Meteor Mash is going to break this sturdy, or possible sturdy there. And I get a crit there, which is nice, does so much damage. Now, the Aggron is going to go for the Automize there, boosting its speed, making it very nimble. So I've got Drain Punch on this too. I decided to go for that because I thought Meteor Mash going for the boost is quite a long shot there. Okay, so I get some nice super effective, and I get a critical hit, so 2 crits in a row. Now the Aggron is going to go for the Iron Head here. Since I've Everlighted, I'm quite tanky, but I do get flinched there, which sucks. Okay, so the Gravity is back to normal, so moves can start missing again. Iron Head is going to hit really hard there again, almost taking me out. However, I get the Cute Charm there instead of running like a normal, like Unaware or Magic Gun. I run Cute Charm for the fun of it. Okay, so I could, probably try and stall out some Some physical moves there. So what Cute Charm does, it infatuates the opponent until they swap out, and it's basically the same as Attract. Okay, so going for the Drain Punch there again, and I need like one more to take out the Aggron. That was really, really cool. So getting a little bit more health back there on the Clefairy. Unfortunately, Aggron is going to eat a berry there and get lots of health back, which sucks. That was a Mago Berry, so basically the same thing as Figgy Berry and that sort of thing. Okay, so Aggron is going to get past the Attract and go for the Iron Head and take the Clefairy out. So I tried there. I was quite close to getting that one. So Clefairy is down. Things are looking pretty even at this point in the game. Bringing Pancham in here. So I thought I could go for a Focus Punch here, but I thought, nah, let's go for Sky Uppercut. Iron Head is taken really well there with the Everlight and max health. And Sky Uppercut is going to be way too much for Aggron to handle. And that is down there. I do like the bulky Pancham, and a lot of these obviously have the ability Iron Fist as well. Alright, so Mandibuzz coming in here. This was a real big problem. I wasn't really sure what I could do against this thing. Okay, now this was a pretty good, pretty nice play here. I will, without tooting my own horn. Anyway, we'll get to that in a sec. So going for the Sky Uppercut there, obviously does not very much damage there. Mandibuzz is a freaking beast in defense, and very, very difficult to get past with only physical moves. I was like, this is going to be really difficult. So I had, there's one move that I thought, I'd be able to get around it, but I had to, get the Mandibuzz where I wanted to get it and predict right. Okay, so going for the Sky Uppercut again, and that's getting around close to half health. So I thought here, there's a possibility that Mandibuzz could go for Roost here, or I could over-predict and lose the game. So here I went for the Focus Punch here, expecting it to go for, or hoping it would go for Roost, because I thought the timer was right for it to heal up. It did go for Roost, so since it's using Roost, it actually loses its flying type, and it's going to become solely a dark type. Focus Punch hits at for super effective damage and almost takes it out there, but I do absolutely amazing damage there. Now the Mandibuzz has to think whether it's going to go for Roost again or risk getting hit by a fighting move. Now here I thought, well, I have to go for, Sky Uppercut again. If Mandibuzz goes for Roost, it's going to get hit by Sky Uppercut and it's going to go down. So it's going to have to take me out with the foul play, putting it at range for a faster sweeper Pokemon to take it out the next turn. So I was pretty impressed with that. I was glad I had Focus Punch, because that was the only move to actually get me around that one. Had enough power as well to back it up. Okay, so we have Crabominable coming in here. Toxic actually misses, and I take it out there with the Ice Hammer. I love that animation, and that's down there too. Okay, so this was the Dynamic Punch Zoom Lens set, which was pretty fun to run. Okay, so we have the Absol coming out here. Now, I know Absol runs Play Rough, however, I was kind of confident that I could actually live this one. Okay, so here I think I went for, I wasn't sure, I could have gone for Ice Hammer or Dynamic Punch. I think I went for the really risky play here. Anyway, so I tanked the Play Rough. I went for Dynamic Punch for the hell of it, and it did hit, and Absol gets absolutely annihilated there. That Zoom Lens though. So Absol is down. So the last Pokemon is the Milotic, and this was another one. I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get around this one. Okay, so obviously the very bulky defensive walls, it was so hard to get around them on this team, because a lot of the time I didn't have enough moves to use like status boosting moves, because I wanted to incorporate all the punching moves. Anyways, so bringing in Hitmonchan here, I needed to go for the Dynamic Punch. So I went for the Mind Reader here. I was quite confident that I could, I was fairly confident that I could live a Scald like super badly, because it doesn't have bad base special defense. However, that's a little bit too much for Hitmonchan to take there. So the last Pokemon is the Smeargle. I finally get to show you what set I was running on this. So firstly, I needed the Milotic to go to sleep just to get this set happening. Now, this was a Belly Drum set. I had Shadow Punch on this. Now, and I also had Conversion too. So the idea was to use Conversion after this, turn Smeargle into a Ghost type, which would also get around Fighting type moves, and it also boosted the power of Shadow Punch, which was also furtherly boosted by Technician ability, as it's a 60 base power move. So I was hitting really, really hard. Now the problem was even at +6 with the Conversion and Shadow Punch up, it still wasn't enough to like one-shot really powerful defensive walls. Just like huge defensive walls like Milotic here. So I was able to get the Shadow Punch off and use my whole strategy, but I just missed the kill. Milotic wakes up and lands the Hydro Pump. I thought that I could probably take a Scald really badly, but that's a Smeargle down. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Some really fun sets there and some really fun themes. Peace out.
do 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 do.